Welcome back, Shalloners. It's time for a new challenge. Now, if you don't know, a challenge is a Shallon challenge. And I've done challenges on things about self-improvement. That's what the goal of a challenge is. Usually we focus on dating or friendship or sex and stuff like that. But when we do a challenge, we work on ourselves. We pick something and we spend 2 weeks or a month or sometimes even longer working on it. We've done how to build positivity, vision boards, how to let go of a grudge. But this time, I want to do something that's a little bit more specific, and I want to get all of you guys involved. We're going to do a healthy eating challenge. Oh, I know. Go ahead. Eat that last sleeve of Thin Mints. Do it right now because we're going to get into it. But before we do, I just want to remind you guys that if you have a question of your own, you want to talk privately with me, get some one-on-one chit chat, find me on the Instant Go app. My username is ShallonXO and click chat to get connected right away. And follow me on Instagram at ShallonXO. And be sure to listen to my new podcast, Girl on Top, every place podcasts are found, where I answer the questions you guys have submitted to me over the course of the week. And follow our new Reddit subgroup, Shallontourage, on Reddit. One of you guys was kind enough to make this, and this is going to come in really handy throughout the challenge because we really need to create a community where we can talk to each other, check in, share progress, share struggles, highs and lows, all of it. And that's what the Shallontourage is all about, making ourselves and all the girls and boys around us better. So this challenge is going to be about eating. And I'm planning to do a challenge on fitness. And I was like, oh, well, I'll just do like both of them together. But I thought that would be kind of like overwhelming, because diet and fitness, obviously they walk hand in hand when you're trying to change your body and change your health. But diet, honestly, is the crucial thing. I mean, any person in the fitness industry, any sort of doctor agrees that when it comes to losing weight, it is 80% diet, 20% working out. I feel personally attacked by that. Personally attacked. I also feel attacked by the $10,000 I spent on personal trainers, speaking of personal attacks, like several years ago was when I just met my ex-husband and I threw myself into fitness. I mean, like 3 times a week with a trainer and then like working out in between, taking the supplements and the protein and the creatine and blah, 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 blah. I was working out so hard. I was like throwing up during workouts. Like I was hitting it hard. And guess how much weight I lost? 3 pounds? 2? My body fat also didn't go down. And it's because my diet didn't change. And I wasn't like coming home and getting out the feed bag and just going to town on a trough of food. But I was grossly overestimating how much skinny people eat. Grossly overestimating. And I was also grossly overestimating or underestimating how much I ate, how much booze calories counted, how much refined sugar and processed foods I was inhaling, what it was doing to me eating late at night. So my husband, he still talks about this because we're still friends. Trust me, there's a challenge there as well. I'm going to do a whole video on it. But he's like, I have never heard you so upset. Not before and that's it. Like you were hysterical. Like by the end of the year when I realized nothing had happened and it wasn't just around the corner from happening, and I felt like I got conned. And sorry, I'm about to sneeze. Oh, it's terrible. And so when we got engaged and it came time to lose weight for the wedding, I was like, fuck the gym. Excuse me. It's the only dainty thing I do. I know I sound like a cartoon. I was like, fuck the gym. I'm going to focus completely on my eating. And so I did the keto diet and I lost 15 pounds in a few months. And I did it very seriously, but I had my indulgences. I was still drinking, and I had a little cheat thing here and there, but for the most part, I cut carbs out. So I always go back to keto is the thing that I like. Now I know what you're going to say. Keto's not sustainable. Keto's not good for you. If you don't want to do it, you absolutely don't have to. The whole point of this challenge is to do something that works for you. And I'm saying keto because I know it's popular and I know that people know a lot about it. And again, it works for me. I'm also, and this is really, really important, I'm hypoglycemic, which is kind of like the opposite of being diabetic. Diabetics don't make enough insulin, right? But hypoglycemics, we have our blood sugar is all out of whack. So I process sugar like it's absolute poison. Like it's so bad for me. I have a bite of something sweet and within 30 seconds, I'm like, oh, it feels like there's maple syrup in my veins. Like, and so I just crash. Like I never get a sugar high. I've never experienced that in my life. I crash. And if I have sugar on an empty stomach, I get really nauseous and sick. Has that stopped me? Oh, no, no. Just to prove how self-destructive I am. No. And so my body runs really, really well on like no sugar. That's not to say it's no carbs. When I do keto, I eat a lot of kale, broccoli, cauliflower, arugula, those green leafy vegetables that are super healthy for you. But like, I don't like nutritionally need pieces of C's candy. I don't have to have the vitamin O for Oreo. I don't need vitamin Froyo. I don't. And once I broke that like sugar habit, and so much of it was like conditional. It was like behavioral. Like I was this Pavlovian dog. Like I was so used to having a treat after I eat it. Oh my God. After I ate? Huh, why am I like this? Oh, I have like fatty brain. There's like a layer of fat around my brain. I was so used to having a treat after I ate that I realized how like conditional it was, how automatic it was. So a thing that I did that's really started helping me was I brushed my teeth after I ate. Like especially at work, because I would get like the 2:30 p.m. like treat trap. Like I'd open my drawer and be like, what's in here? And it's not like I was consuming 3,000 extra calories a day on candy, but it was just enough. And then I had like that little candy taste in my mouth. So I wanted something else sweet to keep the party going. But when I brushed my teeth, it really just like wiped it all out. And it was like a reset. Obviously, it's so good for your mouth. Like this is a very positive thing. And it helped cut that sugar addiction. It's like I was withdrawing from drugs. And that's something people say about keto is you get like the keto flu for a few days while your body's burning off that excess sugar. I got that maybe for like a day, but it wasn't bad. And I was relieved to feel it because I was finally feeling bad in service of something good. Whereas up until then, I was just feeling bad. I was eating bad things, so I was feeling sluggish and not like I wasn't operating optimally. I was having all these cravings. My skin was bad, and I was just feeling bad about myself. And that is the main point here, because you might be looking at me and being like, please God, I hope you're saying this. Shallon's so thin. She's so thin. Why does she want to lose weight? Say it again. What? I can't go on. I said go on. But I don't feel good about myself. I feel really, really bad about myself lately. I lost a lot of weight before I got married. That didn't last very long. The weight loss did though, not the marriage. And I kept that off until basically I met my boyfriend, like almost, over a year and some change ago. And you know what happens when you get a boyfriend? You get boyfriend butt. Because what do? They eat all the goddamn time. If you've seen my boyfriend, he's a big dude. He's a fitness model. So he's working out a ton and he's taking in a ton of calories. So we would come and sit on this couch late at night, eat. Like I usually wouldn't eat dinner at like 9 p.m. if I was by myself and single. And I certainly wouldn't have a full meal with like an appetizer and sweet potato fries and a burger with a bun. But it's like I was boy eating. And like when you're dating someone, you're falling in love, you're going out to eat, you're drinking a bunch. And so before I knew it, his 6-pack, his 8-pack was still there. And I was like the fucking Michelin man. And I know, look, I am not saying that if you look like me, if you're my weight, you're fat. Not at all. Not at all. I'm not even saying I'm fat. I'm saying I feel gross. I was so comfortable when I had lost those 15 pounds. I was so comfortable at 130 pounds that now that I'm not anymore, I feel disgusting about myself. It's like undoing any other kind of goal, It's like being on the honor roll for 3 years and then getting all Fs. And you're just like, ugh. It's getting promoted and then demoted. It sucks. And the body positivity movement is so wonderful. And thank God it's here. Like, and I wish it'd been around when I was younger. Maybe I wouldn't have the issues I do with food. But I was feeling guilty for wanting to do this video because I'm like, I should be, body positivity. And I'm like, that's inauthentic. And the whole thing I bring to this channel, I think, is my authenticity. You know, I am so real. You know, I tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly of everything I've done. I have done. What is happening to me? Please, God, I wish it just, I need more sugar. So I'm like, I try to keep it really real. And it's like, I don't feel positive about my body. I feel ashamed of myself. Not like my body is shameful, but I'm ashamed of the progress that I've undone. And I don't feel comfortable in my body. My clothes don't fit. That's why I'm wearing this. Like, I feel dumpy and big. I carry all my weight in my middle. So when I'm fat, I look like a chimpanzee, just like square, like an orangutan, just square in the middle with these like arms and legs. But my legs have also gotten fat and my arms have gotten beefier. And again, if you look like this, that's complete, that's fine. But I know where I was. I know that my clothes don't fit. I know I can feel like when I walk, like back fat jiggling, and I'm uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable sitting in jeans with the button done. I wore leggings all winter long, and I was just getting more and more and more depressed, more and more depressed. And I look at my wardrobe and I'm like, I hate everything that I own. It's just this shapeless drape. One of you guys even said, Shallon, stop wearing these moo tops. I'm like, it's what I fit into. I can't wear anything trendy. I can't wear anything cute and cool and young. And so by product of this, I feel old. Like I feel like I look so much older because I'm dressing like a drapey, dumpy old person because I can't shop at the cute little stores with like the tight things and the blah, blah, blah. Like they don't look good on me. And I look at girls who are plus size and they're rocking those styles and it's like, you look fucking great. And I don't feel confident like that, you know? And I went through a phase where I'm like, screw it. I'm just going to wear what I want. Who cares if I'm the size I am? I didn't like how I looked. And you know what? That's my right. That's my right. Whatever weight is your comfortable weight, who gives a shit? It could be 110. It could be 210. It could be 410. You do you, boo. And if you're only looking to lose 2 pounds, cool. If you're looking to lose 100, great. We're all welcome here. Be authentic to you. You don't have to explain it to the masses. It doesn't mean you're contrary to the body positive movement. It doesn't mean that you think everyone else should be going for the same goal. We have to do what works for us. And this is going to work for me because I can't be where I am anymore. My self-esteem is like ruined. And it's even worse to date someone who is so fit. Like I feel ashamed of myself when when we go out, like the pictures of us at New Year's Eve, I looked so dumpy. First of all, I looked 6 months pregnant. And I literally looked like some old crazy woman who had hired him for the night. Because my boyfriend's a lot younger and he's really hot. And I'm like, I am miserable, dude. I am miserable like this. And I'm like, if 8 pounds is the difference between happiness and misery and low self-esteem and feeling old and locked out of youth and locked out of the clothes I want to wear and the places I want to go and the things I want to do, why not just buckle down and get the weight off? You know what I mean? So if you're feeling like that, if this is like resonating with you, come and join me. So keto is something I like to do. I'll explain to you keto first and then I'll explain to you the other options. Keto is basically like no carbs. It's no sugar. And the carbs you can have are like a little, not what you would expect. Like no beans, no corn. Corn's a grain. You know, it's not really a vegetable, which is annoying, but, and unfortunately, like no fruit. You can have berries, but I chose keto because there's a ton of like information and Instagram accounts and YouTube videos and support groups and apps and everything to help you get started on that. So it's very accessible right now. It's having a moment. And keto is very high fat. So one thing I eat when I need like a treat is peanut butter. I have just like a spoonful of peanut butter. I don't go to town on the whole jar. You can have cheese, you can have like avocados and meat. And like that's all the stuff I like to eat anyway. I'm like a meat person. But like I said, you don't have to. If keto's not your thing, that's completely fine. That's completely fine. Think about what you were doing when you were at a weight where you felt really comfortable. Were you a vegan? Were you on Weight Watchers, paleo, Whole 30? Were you just not drinking? Did you cut out like treats and refined sugar? Did you cut out processed foods and like microwavable things? You know, did you cut out soda? When I cut out soda in college, I lost 15 pounds. Wild. Think about what it is. And this is why I really want us to be collaborative, because I want us to share the things we did when we had success. I want to hear your success stories, and I want to hear the things you did that didn't work. But it's really important to remember that there's no diet that works for every single person. You know, I was vegan for like a year and a half, and I've never been so fat in my life. I haven't, because I wasn't doing like quinoa and spinach stir fry. No, I was doing like fake chicken nuggets, potatoes, pasta, vodka, wine. So I was on an all carb diet. So yeah, I look like a snowman. And also like soy-based products, like those fake chicken things. Soy is the most genetically modified product on the market. It is full of estrogen. My boobs were huge, but like not in a cute way, like in the fat way. And I just felt, I was like sweating all the time. I was like, I just felt disgusting. And so morally, I hated to break the veganism because I was on it for like moral reasons, but it's not what my body runs on. So I try not to eat a ton of I don't really eat red meat. I eat a lot of fish, a lot of sushi, turkey bacon, stuff like that. And like I said, avocados and things of that nature. And when I want to treat product, this is my friend reps this, and he's like, I'm going to send you these, and if you like them, talk about them. And I do. So I am. They're called Keto Snaps. They're like little keto cookies. That was like a snickerdoodle one. This is like a cocoa. And they're good. They're crunchy, which is a big problem on keto because you're not really eating like crunchy stuff, you know? So sometimes you just need it like, you know, like bite into something. But like I said, what works for you. But here's the challenge. 30 days, baby. We're going to stick to something for 30 days. And I want you to claim it in the comments or on the Reddit thread, on the Shallon Reddit thread, but claim it. Write it down, make your goals known, and connect with each other. Exchange DMs, exchange emails. Like, we have to do this together. When I was doing keto, I did it like right before Christmas, and my friends and I did it together, and we lost like a lot of weight. And then the holidays just like decimated us. But we were losing weight, and it was working because we had that accountability. I'm a very shame-based motivator. So if I knew I had to tell my friends that I ate a whole donut, I wasn't going to eat that donut. Donuts. So my challenge for you is 30 days committed to an eating regimen. And why didn't I pair this with fitness? Because I want us to get our heads in the right mind frame. I want us to get in that right eating mind frame before we start a fitness challenge. Because that way, first of all, we're not going to do the thing where like, I probably burned 1,000 calories today on my 15-minute jog through the park. I can go ahead and eat that pizza. I can eat that pizza because I don't want you guys to experience what I did, where you throw yourself into a workout routine and then you just absolutely come undone mentally because it's not working, you know? So I want us to get our foundation laid with healthy eating, break some habits, incorporate some new positive habits, and then we're going to incorporate the working out. Because my fitness goal has always been like shed the weight and then tone up, you know? And we're going to talk about fitness goals later. But for now, we're focusing on eating. And eating is also going to be very, very emotional. You know, I'm an emotional eater. I'm a bored eater. I'm an anxiety eater. But I'm going to get deeper into keto. And then I'm going to kind of like have some realizations. And I'm going to do a follow-up video for this. But I want you guys to sit within yourself and ask yourself where your issues with food stem from. Because if this video is resonating with you, food is probably a very loaded emotional thing. I mean, it is for so many of us, you know, especially women. Food is kind of our love language as women. Let's go out to eat. I'm going to bring over Ben and Jerry's, blah, blah, blah. Like, this is something we all do collectively. And there's a lot to unpack there. And until we do unpack that, the working out, the Whole30, the paleo, the whatever, it's just going to be a Band-Aid. We got to get to the root of it. Like I always say, pull out that splinter and let that heal, and then we can move forward. So for now, I want you to pick the regime that you want to do just for a month. It doesn't have to be forever. That's what people always say as an excuse about diets. Well, it's not sustainable forever. Who the fuck says it has to be forever? This is a jumpstart kind of thing. This is a reset. This is going to let us pull back, get a sense of like the things that are causing you problems dietarily. Maybe you're super dairy sensitive and like, oh, if you cut that out, you feel a lot better. Your skin's better. You have more energy. Maybe it's alcohol. Maybe it's red meat. But we're going to figure this out together because that's what the Shallon Trash is about. Not only getting better, but getting better together. So, are you guys ready to join my challenge? Let me know in the comment section. I can't wait to hear. And like I said, if you want to talk to me privately, find me on the Instant Go app. I'm Shallon XO. And click chat and follow me on Instagram at Shallon XO. And be sure to listen to my new podcast, Girl on Top, every Wednesday.